Cody wants to travel the world and learn all that our history books have to offer. And I am sure that with his desire and determination, he will get here, there, and everywhere. Evan wants to be a chef, own a restaurant, and visit New York City. He really wants to visit New York City. Maybe some of you will be invited when he goes. And now let's talk about the support that has gotten you wonderful and caring young men to this point. Your teachers and family members have guided and supported you in a way that can only be explained as awesome. Late nights, early mornings, classroom discussions, learning ASL, sporting events, academic bowl, laughing, crying, and just being there when they needed you. I would like to take a moment at this time to celebrate all of the NYSSD learning community, which includes our staff as well as our families. Students of the 2022 graduating class, please stand and turn and give your school and families a round of applause. Evan and Cody. And turn around. Thank you so much. And I see many of our staff members out there. And some staff members that it look like are retirees too. So thank you so much. We can't do it without you. I would like for all of you to know that this senior class is an inspiration to all of us that know them. They have learned through their experience this year that life can take some pretty crazy turns. And yet, they have embraced these ups and downs by working together, putting their differences aside, and probably most important, by showing their teachers that they care about their classmates' success as much as their own. Kindness in a time where looking the other way seems more commonplace. Kindness with each other, and kindness for the younger students that look up to them each and every day at NYSSD. I look at these two young men and I see hope. The word hope is one of those words that we at NYSSD use every day, and we understand that without hope, we have little to look forward to, both in our school as well as our country. With hope, all things are possible. The senior class has given the word hope a whole new meaning. I have to admit, there have been some days when I have said, I hope this day is over soon. But most days, I have thought about all of the hope that the two of you have brought to our school and our community here in Rome. Whether it has been taking pictures for the yearbook, volunteering at Hannaford here in Rome, helping students learn to read, you have both contributed in your own way to make NYSSD a place of both hope and inspiration for all of the students, grades pre-K-12. So thank you. I would like to end with a few tips for adulthood. Don't be afraid to ask for directions. You will definitely get lost if you don't. Always remember that learning can be fun if you do it with your friends, so make lots of friends. Life may be difficult, sad, and downright trying at times, but you will always stay on top if you enjoy all of the great experiences along the way. I wish you all the best of luck. Please come back and visit often. We would love to see your smiling faces. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Next on our program is our celebration of our seniors. Miss Vinnie Page, who is our Department Head of Curriculum and Instruction, will now share with you a few words about Cody and Evan. Vinnie?
Good morning, and welcome to NYSSD's 2022 graduation celebration. When I first started working here, Cody and Evan were in elementary school. They were working on projects about community helpers, studying for spelling tests, and just started to learn about the world and how to navigate a map. Today, they are preparing to begin their own journey in the world as young adults. Cody and Evan have had many accomplishments throughout their time here at NYSSD. They each have played various sports, went on many trips with the school and dorm, have participated in the Friendship Soccer Tournament, played softball, went on basketball trips to many deaf schools, have played instruments for different events, and have participated in performing our national anthem at several events. They have played the bells at Christmas time in Albany at the State Education Department and for the 1,000-member PEF convention in Buffalo. Those are just a few examples of the things they have accomplished. Cody and Evan have both exemplified the meaning of perseverance. They have both been positive role models for all students within the halls of the school building and within the community. In the past few years, our school has adopted the Positive Behavior Interventions Supports Program, better known as PBIS. Our acronym is TOPS. T is for take responsibility. O is be open-minded. P is for a positive attitude. And S is for show respect. Cody and Evan have exemplified TOPS behavior, and our students look up to them as role models. In the last few weeks of the school year, both Evan and Cody have received academic awards. Evan was the recipient of a culinary award from BOCES, and Cody was the recipient of the Science Hall of Fame Award and the recipient of the Rome Academy of Science Award from RFA. In closing, I would like to take the time to congratulate both Cody and Evan on all of their accomplishments. Their positive can-do attitudes are contagious. I am so proud of you both. Continue to reach for the stars. Congratulations and best of luck.
Next, we have for all of you a very special treat from our seniors themselves. They are going to come up and share with you in their own words what it has been like to be a student at NYSSD. Ms. Casey Bailey, our Department Head of Pupil Services, will introduce our seniors.
Good morning, everyone. I have the pleasure of introducing each of our graduates and welcoming them to the stage to deliver their senior words. The first graduate I will welcome is a young man who can be described as curious, very precise, organized, and talented. He has grown into quite the chef, and I know I can speak for all the staff here at NYSSD when I say we are extremely proud of him, and we're very excited to see how he impacts the world in the future. Please welcome Evan Hawkins to the stage for his senior words.
Hello, my name is Evan Hawkins. I was born in China. When I was 7 years old, my parents adopted me and we moved here to America. I now live in Canastota, New York with my family. I started as a student at NYSSD in September of 2010. At the time, I was a day student, and then later, I became a full-time dorm student. I struggled communicating when I was in 4th grade. When I started staying at the dorm, I felt better because the staff helped me understand my homework. Liz helped me a lot in the dorm. She's a very good person and cares a lot about me. The dorm gave me the opportunity to do many activities, like going to basketball games and walking around Rome. I'm a very responsible person. I clean, I do laundry, and I'm very independent. Liz, Amy, and Rose, and my BOCES teacher taught me cooking skills, and I enjoy cooking for the students and staff at NYSSD. I will miss NYSSD. I love being able to communicate freely in American Sign Language, in school as well as the dorm. NYSSD has been great. I learn best from teachers who use sign language when teaching. I enjoy socializing in the dorm with the boys as well. I learned so much growing up here at NYSSD. One memory I will always have is that years ago we went camping with the school at Green Lakes. We went fishing, we had a fire, and it was a lot of fun. My favorite classes at NYSSD were physical education and the culinary arts program at BOCES. My favorite sport was playing on the NYSSD soccer team. I learned how to communicate with my teammates during the games using ASL. I respect NYSSD students and staff. NYSSD is like a family. I really want to thank Chris Kimball for all of his help and advice. I have made a lot of mistakes, but you helped me learn how to make the right choices. Chris helped me understand how to make better choices. Today I am graduating. I plan to go to college. I'm going to go to Monroe Community College in Rochester, New York. I'm excited to go to Rochester because Rochester has a large deaf community. I will major in culinary arts. I just finished a CTE program at the Madison Oneida BOCES for culinary arts. I'm excited to keep learning about becoming a chef. During the BOCES program, I experienced volunteering in Hannaford, Rome as part of an internship. I practiced job skills in the bakery and deli departments at Hannaford. I really enjoy cooking. I want to thank my family, my teachers, the dorm staff, and my friends. You have all helped me to learn and grow. Thank you, NYSSD. I will miss New York State School for the Deaf.
Thank you, Evan. I apologize in advance if I get emotional, I'm sorry. The next graduate I will welcome to the stage has been a part of the NYSSD family since before he was even born. With deep family roots at NYSSD, he has made his own mark in school history as a successful student here for his entire educational career. Staff at NYSSD have had the front seat in watching him grow into a successful, motivated, kind, and helpful role model for many. Please welcome Cody Sharpstein to the stage for his senior words.
Hello, my name is Cody Sharpstein. I live here in Rome. I've been attending NYSSD for about 16 years, since 2005. My family has a long history at NYSSD. I'm a second-generation student because my father graduated from NYSSD in 1983. Also, my aunt, Christy, graduated from here in 1984. My grandmother worked as an assistant teacher with Mrs. Raymer before she retired in 2008. And my mother works in the dormitory. I've really worked hard during high school. I've really enjoyed learning. My favorite subject is history because I love to study the past events and how they've impacted the world today. My former teacher, Harry Barron, taught me many different histories, including ancient Egypt and the Cold War. It really inspired me to learn a lot more about history. I participated in NYSSD soccer, basketball, and baseball. I was a goalkeeper for the NYSSD soccer team, but really my favorite sport is softball. I was a pitcher, and I was also in the yearbook club and academic bowl. I really miss a few of my favorite teachers that have retired. And I also miss my friends who have left school or graduated. Today, I will miss everything. I want to say that I love this school because it's a very special place. I love communicating with the students and teachers alike. I will miss the children and the other students here. I enjoy having a good time with them, helping each other, and playing with them on various games. I remember when we went on a camping trip to Green Lakes. We went with two of my favorite teachers, Kelly Raymer and Vicki Stockton. On the first day of camping, we set up tents, picked up firewood and sticks, and made a campfire. Then we walked to the lake, which was near the campgrounds. My friends and I all went fishing. Later at night, after Miss Raymer lit a campfire, she asked us to tell some scary stories. We goofed around and made each other's scary stories fun. I slept on the ground, and it was uncomfortable because I felt some rocks under my bedroll. The next morning, Vicki cooked us bacon. I remember that she tried to cook it in a paper bag on the fireplace. It tasted good. I was surprised. But this is a day that I will always remember. I also remember in school when I played Scrooge in A Christmas Carol. You know, Scrooge was the grumpy old man in the story. To prepare for my role, I got a cane, which I had borrowed from an elderly man who happened to just give it to me for free. That was really nice. I practiced my role, and I tried to memorize the lines and my acting as well. But I was the grumpy old man. But during the play, I remember that as I was walking towards the stairs to leave the stage, there was the front row of students who attacked me by throwing snowballs at me. I acted angry at those kids. It almost made me laugh. It's my favorite memory. When the play was over, I walked to the front of the auditorium, looking and acting like that grumpy old man, at my friends and the audience, and then finally, I looked out at the audience and I raised my arms up to show that I was happy at the end of the play. After I graduate from NYSSD, I plan to attend Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C., which is the capital of America. I want to follow in my parents' footsteps because they actually graduated from Gallaudet. I want to major in world history. I actually have a story that I want to tell you. My parents actually told me that they first met in Gallaudet. They started liking each other, and they went out on a date to a fancy restaurant called the Prime Rib. But at the time, my dad didn't have a fancy suit to wear. So the waiter brought him to a closet full of really nice, neat, clean suits. So I sat down to eat, and he got his main course. And he started to eat it, and it tasted so good. The sauce was so delicious, he started licking his fingers. The waiter watched my dad and was laughing. This was their most memorable date that my dad told me about. I found it really hilarious. Maybe when I go to Gallaudet, I can make my own memories. And maybe I can go to the restaurant, the Prime Rib. I want to thank all of my teachers. They took the time with me, and I really appreciate that. They taught me how to look into the world. And last, I want to thank my family. I went to the dorm every Friday after school, and my mom would come and pick me up to bring me home. I enjoy joking with my parents, and they always laugh. My father taught me a lot about NYSSD and Gallaudet University. And both of my parents have really inspired me to follow my heart, not my disability, because I am the future for the deaf community. Staff, students, and everyone, thank you all.
I should have brought some Kleenex, huh? Nice job, seniors. Thank you so much. And thank you to Casey for presenting our seniors. Every graduation has a commencement speaker. A commencement speaker is someone who motivates, inspires, and lets the audience know that they matter and that they will have a special gift that they will give to the world someday. Our commencement speaker spent 44 years at NYSSD, doing all of these things for both students and staff alike. I would now like to welcome Miss Vicki Stockton to the stage to say a few words to our graduates.
Okay? Can you hear me, Cody? Hear me? Perfect? Okay, okay. Sorry, must be broken. All right. First, welcome to everybody, and thank you so much for inviting me. But I would like to teach you a couple of signs first. And I would like to invite our interpreter to sign too. I will sign and speak, and sometimes only sign, but if you prefer to watch our interpreter, who will sign for all of my speaking. So then you can choose yourself, okay? First, I know that some of you sign really well. And I know that some of you don't sign at all. We're visitors, we're friends who are here. So I'm going to teach you two signs. The first one is this, which means what? Stand up. So let's practice. Ready? No, don't sign it. Do it. Okay? And the second one is sit. Perfect. Suddenly I feel like I have a lot of power. So I have a couple of questions for all of you. Here, who graduated in the past from high school? If you graduated high school or a GED equivalency program or anything of that nature, please stand. You two down. You didn't graduate yet. Graduate high school, finish. Andrew, you graduated high school, stand up. Jeepers. Not yet, right, okay? Now, you went to high school, you graduated, and you completed high school. How many of you had a ceremony like our seniors with a cap and gown and you marched in? If yes, stand. If no, sit. Perfect. So we have a shared experience, all of us. How many of you had a speaker at graduation? A speaker. Yes, stand. No, sit. Okay, some of you did not have a speaker. Great. Okay, how many of you remember your graduation speaker's name? Yes, stand. No, sit. Okay. How many of you who remembers what your graduation speaker talked about? Yes, remember, right? Okay. So we're down to 4, okay? Or 5. How many of you followed your graduation speaker's advice? So I think a round of applause for these 4 people. Thank you very much. Have a seat. So really, it kind of goes to show, and thank you to Miss Kara Shore, our superintendent, Kara, for inviting me here to prepare a speech that nobody will remember, nobody will follow, and no one will care about, ultimately. So thank you very much. It's kind of like working for the state, right? Same thing, okay. So anyhow, we have been hearing some wonderful stories from everybody, and stories about our seniors. And I thank you for inviting me. I have a ton of stories about most of you here today. I won't tell them, but I'm going to start with 3 brief stories. They're about me, and maybe they're ideas that might get you to think a little bit. When I was a kid, about 11, I was a skinny little kid, and my town was celebrating its anniversary of 50 years. I guess that means I must be old, because my town was only 50 a while ago, in New Jersey. And I saw a sign, and it said, pie eating contest. Pie. I love pie. So I thought, I'm going to sign up for the pie eating contest. And they called me to come up on a stage, and there was this huge table, all set with 7 pies, fruit pies. And I was in the middle. I'm all excited, ready to eat pie. And I noticed there were no forks. Okay, maybe I was waiting for that. I had already performed that same day for my band, because I was a kid in the band. I had my white shirt and my dark blue skirt. Perfect. And if it became dirty, my mom would not be very happy. So I had to be careful. But there are no napkins. No fork, no napkins, nothing. And then the judge said, 1, 2, oh wait, put your hands behind your back. And there's pie there. And he said, 1, 2, 3, go. And I see all these adults go. And they're eating this pie. No fork, no napkin, nothing, just eating this pie. So I did too. And I was all blue, but my shirt was white. I did not win the contest, but I really enjoyed the pie. Now, one thought, eat pie. Enjoy, okay? I have another one. This I relate to Evan. Evan said he wants to go to New York City, right? You want to go to New York City. When I was a teenager, maybe 17, 18, I played the trumpet in New York City on the street for the Salvation Army when they would collect money to help people who needed assistance. And you had that red kettle and the tripod. So I'm playing the trumpet, and one day a guy came by and he said to us, 3 of us, hey, do you play office parties? Office parties? I wasn't sure, I asked. So we went with this guy to his big office building in New York City. There was a huge elevator. So he set 3 of us, 3 young girls, with a trumpet and a trombone and a horn in the elevator up to the 2nd floor. The door opened, we were set to make music, and there was this big party on the floor, and we're playing some songs for Christmas, and the people started to give money for helping the Salvation Army into the bucket. We went up, 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 every floor, and we played for a long time, and we earned a lot of money to help the Salvation Army. Perfect. I said, yes, we will try that. Now, 3rd one, I was traveling, and you know, travel is important. I think Roman knows that. I know that. You know that. Maria, where's Maria? Maria knows that because we went to Paris together and performed with the bells and stuff. So I was in New Zealand, and it happened I was visiting a school for the deaf there. And before traveling around the world, I had written 100 letters, 100 letters. There was no email, no texting, no, you write letters. To all different schools for the deaf, deaf clubs, okay, different organizations. And I arrived in New Zealand to visit that school. They welcomed me. After a visit, the man said to me, are you a teacher of the deaf? I said, yes. They said, would you mind, could you stay here for 6 weeks and teach for 6 weeks? Because one teacher got married and was in Australia. 6 weeks. I had 1 year off from school here to go to travel. 6 weeks. It's a long time, but fine. I will learn something new. And I met new people. I had to learn a whole different sign language, not ASL, not A, B, C, D, but A, B, C, D, totally different. Signs were all different. But I said, yes, I would try. So I did it. Saying yes tends to happen first for me. Give it a try. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you might end up in a glacier. That happened to me. You might end up in jumping into a river in the dark, in a cave. That happened to me. Sometimes you end up teaching and working for the state. That happened to me too. So good things happen when you say yes. But that's just one word. I have an idea that when I remember I was in graduate school, and my professor said to me, Vicki, you need to go to the School for the Deaf in Rome. I said, what for? He said, they have a new music program. This was back in 1976, okay? And I said to him, no, No, because January of that year, we had to go teach and practice in some different school, and my boyfriend was living in Ohio at that time. I wanted to go there to Ohio, meet his family, go to the school there. So I thought about it and thought about it, and I said, fine. He kept bugging me, go to Rome, go to Rome. Finally, I said, yes. Took me a while. Came here to the school. I met Mark Sharpstein at that time. I met your sister at that time, Christy, and all the students at that time I met. And then the rest became history because I never left. I stayed here for how many years? I think this is my 45th graduation now. So I said yes, eventually. It doesn't happen fast. Sometimes you wait a little bit. Those 3, 4 short stories are some ideas, but I would like some help from the audience. Would a couple of people come up and help me for a second? Just a few people. My words are from a hearing perspective. Hearing perspective. And my hearing perspective has knowledge about the deaf, but I'm not deaf. It's a secret. I'm a hearing person. I've invited some deaf people to come and share their words that might help you in the future. I'm not one to advise people. We can only tell you stories, and maybe we learn from stories. So maybe Jennifer. And if you could introduce yourself, who you are as well.
Hello, my name is Jennifer.
Jennifer Roberts.
Roberts, thank you. And I've had a lot of different titles, teacher's assistant. I've worked in a lot of different roles. But today is a special day for you seniors, right? You're starting at the bottom and climbing the mountain. I know you'll be successful. I know people are from Colorado, and congratulations.
Thank you, perfect. Sandor?
So,
To be so determined.
be very determined and have the mindset to really be successful. The second word of wisdom is to live your life to the fullest. And if you have great opportunities, make sure to take those opportunities when you can. And listen to Vicky's words as well. And as a deaf individual, students like Cody and Ed that are profoundly deaf like I am, after you graduate from a deaf school and go out into the real world, it's important. You're going to be in the hearing world at this time. So it's important to make sure that you get creative with how you interact, and you could write back and forth. But the key is really patience. So out in the hearing world, it's different than the deaf world, but you can collaborate and be able to work well with people. And that's my advice.
Melinda? Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Sandor.
Hello. My name is Melissa Rogers. Rodriguez, thank you. And I just want to say good luck, never give up, and just I believe in you guys so much. So you guys have been amazing. Evan, I'm so proud of you. I know I've seen a lot of your work, and I'm so happy for you guys. I love you all. Do not give up, please. Love you guys.
Thank you, Melinda.
Oh, sorry, I know you can't. My name is Will, and I'm a special education assistant here. So this is when Vicki had asked me to portray one word that helped me be successful. I thought about it a lot for one singular word. Well, really, I chose two. So one word is support, and that's from your parents, from your family, and that is what has helped me be able to be successful. The continued support of family is amazing. And the second is for you seniors to have the self-advocacy. That is hugely important because when you leave here, you'll always have support from yourself.
Thank you, Will. August.
Hello. My name is August, and this is my sign name. So when I came here when I was 9 and I left in 2009, I did not graduate. But I got my GED afterwards. So when I was thinking of one word that helped me get through my time, I can think of a lot of different words. But one important lesson is just to be yourself. Because it doesn't matter about anything else. If you are yourself, you'll be able to get through it. A lot of people can tell you to do certain things, but they might have your best interest at heart, but not necessarily know yourself as much as you know yourself. And people are going to judge. But if you can be yourself and focus on that, you'll be okay. You only have one life, so make sure to live it the way that you want to. And that's really it.
Thank you, August.
Thank you.
Thank you to all. Maria? Thank you to everyone. I know we have a few more deaf presenters in a while, and they will be adding their ideas as well. I have been collecting words. I've been asking people, what is your word? What is your word? Some of you here I have already asked. Some students I have asked. I would go up to strangers in a store and say, what's your word? And they, who's this crazy lady? But they would give me a word that really mattered. And I kept lists of these words. I'd write them down wherever I went. And I noticed that some of the words were the same, deaf and hearing. Persevere, don't give up, try over and over. But some of the words were different. From the deaf friends, I was finding words like communicate, signing, chatting, connecting, words that hearing people don't think about. It's just normal. It's easy to communicate. I could go up to that stranger in the food store and say, what's your word? It was no problem. But if I were deaf, they'd look at me like, what's up? So as I gathered this information, I thought, words really matter. And life is not easy sometimes for deaf people. We have to be honest. So I was thinking, sometimes the world is like a big bowl of nuts. I have nuts. And I have a bowl. Mr. Suriano, would you help me, please? Not that you're nuts. Not nuts, not nuts, okay. So we have nuts and a bowl. There we go, there we go. Now, when you see, it's kind of like the world. And if you think, for every 100 people in the world, one is deaf, all the rest are hearing. So the deaf person has to kind of stand out a little bit. You might still be a nut, or nuts, I don't know. But if I look here, this is an M&M. There's a nut inside, but it looks a little bit different than a cashew. You have to be special. You are special. And you have to work a little harder to stand out, to be picked. Not the same as all the other nuts, right? So I have a thought for you guys. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
If you'd like some later, I only touched a few, okay? I did not leave them at school. They are new nuts. They're blaming me for old nuts. I already ate those. I have for our boys, our young men, a couple of things to remember this year, the future, and the past. For each of you, I have a cup. It's USA. It honors Evan arriving in America from China, and it honors Cody for your love of history, okay? In the cup I have a blue ribbon. It's little, it's a blue ribbon. I remember Cody was baking a long time ago with me in summertime and made the most beautiful bread. And he worked and kneaded it, and it rose and kneaded, and he made it into a beautiful braid. And it entered the competition for the New York State Fair in Boonville, was the county fair. And Evan was competing with people from all over Oneida County. And he won first place. The blue ribbon, his bread, was the best of everyone who entered. That was a big deal. Now, you have that blue ribbon from a long time ago, but this little blue ribbon, keep in your pocket, and you will remember, I can be the best. I can do it. And Cody, every year, Cody would be involved in writing, sometimes competitions, sometimes signing stories, sometimes telling poems, and sometimes I would have to voice for your signing. And your signs were so beautiful, and the stories so beautiful, I'd be crying, trying to talk. And he was a winner as well for various national and local organizations. So you have a blue ribbon for your pocket to remember that you can be the best too, okay? So that's something from the past and the future. I have for each of you a little thumb drive, and I will be sending to each of you about 750 pictures from when you guys were young. Okay, so you can look at your past and remember things that you did here at school and with families and out on trips. So something for the past, something for the present, and something for the future. You both love books, right? You love to read. You love to read? Yeah, no, not so much. I know. But you love those graphic novels. This is a very special book for each of you because it's your book. It will become your story. You can write, draw. Evan's a great drawer. Cody's a great writer. Keep your story and your pictures and your future. So I will finish by just saying to you, make sure I used all my things here, be yourself. Thank you to all of our speakers. Thank you. Enjoy your life. Tell your story and go make your own history. So thank you very much. And could one of you help me? Just put it back there.
Thanks, Vicki. What a wonderful way to celebrate our seniors on this special day. A teacher, a mentor, a friend, a New York State School for the Deaf museum organizer, a super guy, who always has a smile on his face, a Board of Visitors member at NYSSD. Roman Kazragas is always, and always will be, a permanent reminder of what it means to bleed green and gold at NYSSD. Roman has a few words for our graduating class. Roman?
Hello. Okay. Hello, everybody. I know you might know me. I'm Roman. This is my sign name. It's not down, it's up. But it doesn't matter. You, whatever you want to do. One of these ones. Okay, so now here we are, and many, many thank you to all the people here that have been with you and that are in the audience. Parents, family, friends, staff, teachers, supervisors, everybody. Thank you. People from outside of town that have come in. Senators, maybe? Yes. We got Joe Graffo. I know he's leaving soon, but we have so many people that have come here to support our students today. So I just want to, I just was a witness to these two seniors and their journey. I know they'll be ready to leave soon after they get their degrees and be out into their new world. So thank you. I was looking around and listening to all the different stories, Vicki and everybody's comments today. And I think I changed my mind. I'm just going to get rid of this paper. Leave that to the side. There are some comments that I do want to say. Today, and you guys know this, I am a deaf person, and I want to emphasize deaf. I'm a world traveler. I've been to over 50 countries and counting, still traveling. I have used my skills and my tools as a deaf person while traveling. And I just want to say that there are some parallels to what you've already learned here at NYSSD and home as well. Obviously, reading, writing, studying, math, history, everything, all together is going to bring you out into this new world. And that is going to be able to apply to your experience as deaf individuals while you travel. When I'm traveling, I'm using my tools and skills that I've learned, such as planning, budgeting, kind of studying maps to see where I'm going, and looking at the geography of the different places that I've traveled to. That's the same as the skills that I've learned at the school. Those have benefited me throughout my time. And that helps bring ideas and concepts from other places here into my life. And when I go home and think about the things I've learned while traveling, maybe I can use some of those to solve some of the issues here at home. There's a lot of problems that are going to arise in your life. And when you see things in different cultures and different countries, it really makes you think differently about our lives here. There is one kind of negative, though. When you get out into the world, it gets smaller and smaller every time. You go and see all these different countries and check them off your list, and suddenly the world's a little smaller. So that's one thing. In August, I was deciding where to go. And I decided to do Central Asia in 2 countries. Uzbekistan and KGYZ. Kyrgyzstan. So I decided to do these two countries and try something different, because why not? I decided to go and see what was out there. Well, I did learn a little bit about how it was to be a deaf person living in those two countries, because that's what I wanted to know, if it was similar to my experience or different. And for example, I went to China several years ago. And when I had gone there, I met a deaf family. I sat and ate with them at a restaurant at a big round table, and we had plates in the middle and servers bringing us food, and it was such a great time. We were chatting, and I found that there are many deaf people that have a similar experience as me. And they might ask, what's the problem with oralism or the cochlear implants? And I was sharing my opinions, and they were sharing theirs. And we found that we had very similar concerns. And I thought it was only a problem here that my concerns were framed. But really, they have the same opinions, and the same discussions were brought up at that dinner table. The food was very interesting in that country, by the way. I know Cody and his parents have talked about how they met at the restaurant, the prime rib. That's the same as me. I wanted to try and impress my wife when we went out to dinner at a good restaurant in DC. So I told her to pick from the menu, just make it 2 for whatever she got. And then we ordered and forgot about it until the waiter came and brought it. And I do not like liver. And she loved liver. So they had onions on the plate with liver, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. I tried to impress her by eating some and found that I actually liked it a little bit. I had missed this experience of enjoying this type of meal because I said no all these years before I actually ever tried it. So that really changed my perspective, especially when I travel, about eating foods that might seem strange to me, but they have different foods that grow in different countries that we don't have here. So that's something important to apply, is to bring those different perspectives, such as geography, food, and trying new things. There are so many different lessons from traveling that I can share, especially about communicating. Even you today, as 2 young men, have had all these communication schools brought to you by NYSSD, especially texting. We didn't have that back then. It's so easy now, but in my time, we had to gesture, write back and forth. If we didn't have a pen, we had to go get one, maybe look through the dictionary, see if we can communicate with people. So now I just wanted to say, as a deaf person, there are so many opportunities that might be shifting the table. It's not always fair. Communication is a big one, and it's not a level playing field, but we're working on it. Now, you have gained a lot of skills, but I know that there's some things that might come up in your travels. If you go out into the workforce, deciding where to live, and traveling, there's all sorts of skills that you've learned here. You might meet deaf people like me and other people that you might struggle to communicate with, but you have to, quote unquote, raise your voice. You know your jugular right here, you might have to flex it a little bit. You might have to just write back and forth or gesture, and that might be uncomfortable. But getting the communication is what's important. Never give up and just leave a situation or let someone try to find somebody else. So there are obviously many lessons, but there is no problem or barrier or obstacle that you can't get through in life. I feel so good being able to be here today, and it's very interesting. I just wanted to tell you a story, but just don't give up. And I know a lot of people have said patience is another virtue. Do not quit, and you guys got this. Love you.
Thanks, Roman. Great job. Each year at graduation, our graduating seniors give a gift to the school. This year, the gift will be presented by our seniors, Cody Sharpstein and Evan Hawkins. Cody and Evan, please come up to present the gift.
I wanted to give you this gift, this framed picture from NYSSD. It's for the alumni wall, and we want to thank you so much for everything.
Thanks, Cody and Evan. Your picture will live in our halls forever, so thank you. If you have not looked in your program at this point, now is the time. We have many awards to share today, and I mean many. So here we go. Mr. Chris Kimball, our school counselor, with some special guests, surprises, will be presenting our 2022 Senior Awards today. Chris? Yeah, you bet.
Morning, everybody. Thank you, Ms. Shore. I don't want to take too long because I know I have the gift of gab, and I know I want to focus on the kids, but I just want to say how wonderful this experience is. I mean, I've been coming here for 10 years too, and it's just, I don't feel like you get the same at other schools where it's just, we have alumni here, we have past staff that are here, present staff that are here. It's just a beautiful thing to kind of come together and share that experience. I feel like too in other schools, if you go from elementary to middle to high, it's kind of that disconnect. But I think here, it's, you go in the hall, you see your elementary teachers, you see the elementary staff you work with, middle school and et cetera, and they follow you through, and it truly is that sense of community that is, it's just a beautiful thing. I also want to say congratulations to our graduates, to Evan and Cody. As I've always said, you're getting a piece of paper. It's way more than that, but that is going, getting your diploma. All the opportunities are available to you right now as long as you're willing to work for it. So there's a lot of pressure that's going to come going forward, but also take time to reflect on right now you have the opportunities at your hands. Whatever you want to focus on and commit to, you have that ability to obtain your goals. So please always remember that. A big thing is perseverance too. I know we've discussed. And I did talk to one of the graduates this morning, and I think one of the words they said was, "I'm not ready." And me being me, I pulled a bunch of people in. I asked, "Were you ready when you graduated high school?" And everybody said, "Nope, I was not ready." But I also want you to remember, too, that for you, Evan, did you feel like you were ready when you had to take culinary at BOCES? For you, Cody, did you feel like you were ready when you were taking the classes at RFA? I mean, physics you took, Algebra 2, government economics. And you probably felt like you weren't, but you did persevere, and you were successful. So even though you don't feel like you might not be ready right now, you do have the ability in you, and there is also that support available. So please always remember that. I just want to say, too, thank you to everybody. We have a wonderful staff, administration, our SEAs, our IAs, our teachers, maintenance. So thank you. This wouldn't be possible without them. Thank you to Bob and Sherry Hawkins, Mark and Susan Sharpstein. Most importantly, thanks to Cody and Evan. You are the true dynamic duo. You'll be Batman and Robin, even though Evan called me the Penguin recently, so I got to get over that. But I just want to know how proud I am of all of you, and congratulations. Okay. Now for the awards. The first award I want to call up to present the Rome Academy of Science Award. We do have nurses in here, but if you didn't know, there also is a doctor in the house, and that's Dr. Paul Pfister. So I'm going to call him up right now.
As Mr. Kindle said, my name is Dr. Paul Pfister, and I'm the president of the Rome Academy of Sciences. And it is with great honor today that I present 2 awards that we provide within the city of Rome. The first one is our Science Award. And since 2007, the Rome Academy of Sciences has inducted into the Rome Science, I'll do that one first. The Rome Science Hall of Fame, 178 highly intelligent students. Now on Tuesday, I went to RFA and we inducted 23 from RFA. And today, it's my honor to induct 1 student from the New York State School of the Deaf. I would like to say that the criteria for induction is that the graduating senior must have achieved at least a 92% average in math and sciences, as well as a 92% overall GPA. We have been so successful in this process that the wall at the 2nd floor of the Rome City Hall, which is where we have the plaques for the Science Hall of Fame, it's full. So we're now in the process of moving the Science Hall of Fame to the Rome Historical Society in a special booth, so that'll be pretty cool. And our inductees today's name will be on that plaque. Please come forward when your name is called. And normally I say that because a lot of people are coming up, but we have one, which is Cody Sharpstein. And what I wanted to give you was, we have, this will be the plaque that will go in the Rome Historical Society. It has the name of all the recipients inducted into the class of 2022 in the Rome Science Hall of Fame, and Cody's name is there. Pretty cool. Congrats. Yeah, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I have one more to give. And that's our Science Award, which we started in Rome in 2005, and each year we
amazing person. She was a leader, constantly busy with her life and everything that was involved in it. She was a devoted mother of 10 children, 39 grandchildren, and uncountable great-grandchildren and prodigy beyond. My grandmother was so active in this community. She was involved in many organizations, churches, service organizations. She was president of varying community programs. She was co-owner of a successful business with her husband for over 40 years. And I never saw her sit down for a moment in her life without something to do. She was either cooking, cleaning, out, helping people. She was just an amazing person. And like I said, my grandmother had a huge heart. She loved helping people in need, welcoming them to her home for a temporary place to stay even. She felt it was very important to organize and help build BOCES. My grandmother loved dancing. Oh, she went dancing every Saturday night. She loved writing and traveling, going to Florida in the winters. And it is my hope that you two who are seniors today will follow in her example with an active life, becoming involved in your communities, the organizations and clubs that exist there. On behalf of the Kathleen Sharpstein family, we are very proud and pleased to give 2 awards today of $500 each, one to Evan and one to Cody. Please come on up. We would also like to make an additional contribution to the Student Activity Fund that we have here. Congratulations. You've got the checks? Hold on just a second. Yep. Congratulations. Congratulations. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. There were 2 awards that were going to be given out, and the presenters weren't able to make it, but they did want me to share some well wishes for our graduating seniors. One was the Rome Lions Club, William Hapanowitz Memorial Scholarship. Good luck spelling that. You did good. Right. But they are given $250 each and a plaque to each of our graduating seniors. Marie wanted to say, with regret, I will not be in town to be able to attend the graduation, but she wanted to congratulate both Evan and Cody for their accomplishments. So, congratulations. And the other that is the Angelina Stark Scholarship. This will be given $200 to each of our graduating seniors. Donald and Angeline Starks Memorial Scholarship was given by Jackie Starks in memory of her parents. They were NYSSD class alums of 1951 and 1952, respectively. The scholarship goes to the graduating senior who has successfully achieved their academic, career, and life skill goals. And that will be for Evan and Cody as well. So congratulations. And before I call up each senior, just thank you to Dr. Pfister, to Will Wiley, Maria Mingalelli, Mark Sharpstein, for taking the time and giving us these honors to give to the graduating seniors. So thank you very much. And I would like to call up Evan Hawkins right now. Evan, I'll hit you. I just want to hear the awards that Evan has earned. The Sharpstein Memorial Scholarship, the Rome Lions Club Memorial Scholarship, Angelina Stark Scholarship, the CSEA Award, the Student Teacher Achievement Award, Attorney General's Triple C Award for Character, Courage, and Commitment, Certificate of Achievement Award from Senator Joe Griffo. And he also, I know Evan was honored at his BOCES award ceremony, but I wanted to mention that for his hard work. He did get the Culinary Industry Excellence Award. He's a student of the quarter for the third marking period for 2021 and 22 from the Culinary Arts Program, and that goes from all the schools in the area that go to BOCES, so that's an amazing accomplishment. He's also a 2-year completer of the Culinary Arts Program at Madison under BOCES, so congratulations, Evan. Next, I'd like to invite Cody Sharpstein. Please come up. Cody, the awards you have received are the Puff Award, Rome Alumni Association Scholarship, Rome Academy of Science Award. You're a Hall of Famer there as well. Have you been inducted? Congratulations. The Sharpstein Memorial Scholarship, Rome Lions Club Memorial Scholarship, Angelina Stark Scholarship, the CSEA Award, Student Teacher Achievement Recognition Luncheon Award, Attorney General's Triple C Award, Character, Courage, and Commitment Award, also the Varflex Foundation Scholarship, and the Certificate of Achievement Award from Senator Joe Griffo, and a partridge in a pear tree. Thank you again, everybody, for your donations and your time. This is awesome. Appreciate it. So thank you. Congratulations to the graduates, too. Next, I believe I'll pass it over to Ms. Shore. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and another congratulations to our graduates. Lots of good money for dorm food, right? And now, the moment that we have been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. Mr. Chris Kimball will do the honors and ask each graduate to come up one by one with their parents to receive their high school diploma.
Call up Evan Hawkins and his family if they'd please come to the stage. Congratulations, Evan. Next, I'd like to invite Cody Sharpstein and his family if they'd please come to the stage.
Give our graduates a round of applause. If our graduates could please stand, we have one more thing that we need you to do to make your graduation official: the turning of the tassel. At this time, Cody and Evan, please switch the tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side. Congratulations. You can sit. It's on my card, so. At this time, I would like to recognize two of our beloved staff members who retired this year. Miss Vinnie Page and Miss Casey Bailey have a few words for our retirees.
Okay. The first person that we would like to honor as a recent retiree from the New York State School for the Deaf is Elizabeth Bertrand. Liz wore many hats during her time at NYSSD. In all of her roles, she always put students first. She holds high expectations for students. She has a passion for supporting the students as they learn how to be successful and independent in the real world. Liz made wonderful connections with staff and all students she supported. In fact, when she announced her retirement, some students privately shared their feelings of being very, very nervous, knowing she wouldn't be at NYSSD in the school or the dorm to provide that support and guidance that they learned to anticipate and appreciate. Some comments from staff at NYSSD about Liz. Liz quickly became someone I could go to when I had a question about how to sign something the best way. She never turned me away. She always showed me the sign for what I needed, often giving me a few options. Thank you so much for helping me, Liz. I'll never forget it. Liz helped develop a student's interest in cooking during dorm activities, which has led to his decision to continue his culinary studies in college. Liz worked as a job coach, helping our students learn how to be good, dependable workers in the community. She was fantastic. Liz has a farm. She openly welcomes our students to visit the farm on field trips. Thank you so much. And students love Liz. She cares about them. She wants them to grow into independent people. We are very lucky to say that Liz is continuing to make a positive impact on the NYSSD community as a substitute extraordinaire. She's willing to provide a friendly face with great knowledge to our students wherever the need may be. She's also volunteering to help support our staff in increasing their sign language skills by leading a sign language chat group. She's also recently worked to lead the development of an agriculture in the classroom curriculum for our school, marrying her love for farming and hands-on learning opportunities for students. On behalf of NYSSD, thank you so much for being a part of our family. Liz, can you please come up and receive your plaque?
Good morning. Today we would also like to honor Vicki Stockton. She has recently retired this past year from the New York State School for the Deaf. I am not sure there is truly enough time in the day to list the many things that Vicki has accomplished here as an instructor at NYSSD. She has worked here for over 44 years, longer than I've been alive. Vicki is truly one of a kind. She possesses many skills and talents. Students and staff alike look up to Vicki and respect her as a role model and a leader. And no matter where you travel, someone seems to always know Vicki. We reached out to staff and asked for comments or blurbs to describe their time with Vicki. Here are some of the comments that were sent our way. Vicki is a daughter, a sister, a mother, a wife, a friend, an instructor, a musician, an advocate, a leader, and she is passionate. Vicki is skilled with many talents and plays a plethora of instruments. She's been at the school forever. She's the jack of all trades, PEF president and advocate for all staff, always smiling and has a positive attitude. She's brilliant. She has ran and organized the Youth Interaction Theater program after school, has supervised interns in her classroom throughout the years here, coordinated the bell choir, plays in a band, has taught Latin and English and ASL. She has interpreted at Hamilton College, performing arts events over the years, and for various famous speakers. Students have written to let us know that she is the best teacher ever. She has a song for everything. She's a world traveler, can go anywhere with the clothes on her back and make the most memorable trip. Enjoys hot water, tea, and sometimes lemon with hot water. She's always the life of the party. Has always had an open door policy and has thrown gatherings at her house where people are invited as strangers and leave as lifelong friends. She loves her Volkswagen. She's an advocate for the deaf community and for human rights, has instilled the love of music into her students and the many lives of the people that she has crossed paths with. Has ran many summer programs, but one in particular that was told to me, the theme was Everything Has a Name. I was told it was a pretty amazing summer. And lastly, Vicki always makes everyone feel at home, welcome, and loved. Vicki, I hope you know you are so loved. You are truly a remarkable person. Thank you, Vicki, for everything you have done for NYSSD, the students, staff, parents, and the deaf community. You have left a lasting impression with all of us. On behalf of NYSSD, congratulations on your well-deserved retirement. Would you please come up and get your plaque?
Thank you, Casey and Vinny, for that great tribute to our retirees. And congratulations again to Liz and Vicki. We will now end our program today with our alma mater. The alma mater dates back to the 17th century. In Latin, it means generous mother, or the giver of nourishment. Today, our alma mater at NYSSD will be led by our own generous mother of NYSSD, Miss Vicki Stockton. She will be joined by the 9th, 10th, and graduates from NYSSD.
So we invite up at this time alumni. I see several of you out there who know the song, and our seniors, of course, in the center. Our alma mater was written by our students. Come on up, guys. When they discovered that our school's song had disappeared. So you see the names in the program: Derek, McCain, and Jeremy Lloyd were responsible for gathering the information to write this alma mater song. The words are in your program. You will not hear any voices singing. You will hear music, but you can watch our students as they sign it. We hope that you will enjoy and participate as much as you are able. Please sign along with our students. They still pay attention, these graduates. Good.
Great job. Thank you for those of you that shared the alma mater with us. Let's give our graduates one more round of applause. Congratulations, graduates. At this time, we would like to offer refreshments in what we call the Emerald Hallway to your left. You can follow the balloons to get there. And a special thanks to our food service folks for getting the treats together for what you will share today in the celebration of Evan and Cody. Thank you all for coming, and have a safe and restful summer.